Good morning, natural gas. It's Tuesday, February the 10th, 2026. I'm Tim Beggins, president of Elk Trading Company, and this is the early edition. I've got an appointment, so we're going to do it a little early today and see if you like it. Currently, right now, for the spot March contract, we're currently trading at 312, down 1.8 cents or 0.57%. And as you can see, the 13 and 48 period exponential moving averages are crossing to the downside, confirming the RSI, which has already been in a sell signal now for several days. What's going on? Warm weather. We continue to have warm weather across the United States, especially around Texas to Florida. And we've got some sea fog, which is currently limiting some LNG loadings and deliveries. So let's take a look at what else is going on. Options. Well, what else would you do here? You start putting on some options and look at the $3 strike here for the puts in March, up to 60,346 open interest, up another 1508. And what else was going on yesterday? Well, the 285s, that's at 68.64 versus the 260 puts, which is now at 7,028. So as you can see, the bets are on the table. So we're all going to roll the dice on Sunday night, see if the cold weather comes back on the forecast for the United States. Otherwise, somebody will declare winter over. And let's take a look at those block trades. As you can see, there's that 285 puts versus 260 puts, and they're doing it at a net 5.3 cent cost. So there was a bunch of these that were going off and some other things. Again, we saw a lot more of those March spread options, March-April spread options, buying the 10-cent calls and selling the flat puts. And let's take a look at the hourly chart. And here we have our first support, which was at 307.80. And of course, we did test that and getting a little bit below that at 306.10 overnight. But we are holding here below the daily pivot, which is at 317.10. Above that first resistance, 323.20. The RSI is trying to turn higher here. And it means that we're looking to see if we can find a bullish catalyst to take us up to the daily pivot at 317.10. Let's turn to the Sabine River, and that's the LNG. What's going on? Well, the Sabine River is open to inbound traffic. Outbound traffic will go out this evening. And this is a look here at Sabine Pass LNG. And we've got two tankers here loading up. One is Lisen, and the other is Gas Log Greece. And you can see this on marinetraffic.com. And there was an LNG tanker that actually left the facility and is now transiting toward England at this time. So you can scroll out and you can see these tankers. Let's take a look at the front to back spreads. This is the March versus the May, because we've got index rolling continuing for the next few days. And right now that spread is currently at 5.6 cents, down another half a cent or just under 5%. So currently, again, we're trading at 5.5 cents. That still means that March is over May by 5.5 cents. This is bullish for the energy ETFs. That's good for them. And let's take a look at the front to back spread. This is the Jan versus the April. This is the injection spread. And we're currently down 9 ticks to 179.10. We're very, very high. The RSI is still positive, so we can continue to push out. But you're going to attract people to put physical molecules into the ground and then sell Jan futures against it for next winter. And let's talk about the winter weather. This is the GFS model here on Pivotal Weather. And as you can see, there is a hint of colder weather coming through and pushing down toward Texas at day 23, February 23rd. But if we go a little further in the forecast, there's that ridging again. And unfortunately, it pulls all the way back to the Great Lakes in New England and mid-Atlantic states. So we'll look to see if this is just a couple day event or whether or not this is a pattern change. How about Europe? Well, certainly we've been talking about the colder weather coming in around the 15th, and that still looks like it's going to be the case. So Europe is going to still receive colder weather. And why is that important? Because storage stocks, 36.7% across the EU, and France and Germany down to 27%. So here's Asia, and as you can see, that colder weather is coming in a little later, about a week later for them, around the 24th. And this is cold across the eastern provinces, across the Koreas and Japan. So let's take a look at the US. Well, we've got still plenty of snow cover, which is keeping temperatures lower across the Great Lakes, all the way down into lower Appalachia here, mid-Atlantic states, and New England. That continues. And the Great Lakes now 58.3% total ice cover. This is the highest we've seen all season long. So this means, again, cooler temperatures will be around to stay. How about the U.S. nuclear fleet? We're currently right now sitting at 5.1 gigawatts that are out. This is on the higher end of the range. The southern nuclear units have been going down, like Turkey Point, Edwin Hatch. We've also seen a few others, new ones here out at Palo Verde going down a little bit, but VC Summer is trying to come back from an outage. And let's take a look at the stocks. These are the oil and gas E&P sector, stocks between $2 and $10 billion. I'm going to have a high short float. And for the 1 week performance, only CRK is in the negative at minus 5.31%. The winners so far, Murphy and Magnolia Oil and Gas. And let's recap here. For the March contract, we are currently trading at 312.30, down 1.5 cents or 0.48%. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for listening. We'll see you at our regular hour tomorrow.